Hi everyone, welcome back. This is what's in my makeup bag for summer 2018 edition, and it's sort of a disjointed chat through lots and lots of really good things I wanted to show you actually. So there were a few things I put on that I wouldn't necessarily put on altogether, but I just feel like it's a good opportunity to show you them in action. So please excuse any randomness in this video. Haven't done a makeup video in ages. Lots to show you, lots that I'm excited about, and I feel like I need about 8 of these videos to be able to get through the things that I want to show you, but we will start with what's in my everyday collection. Let's get started then with a bit of prep first of all. I've been using these. They're self-tanning drops and you add them to your serum or moisturiser. I add them at night and they just give you a really gradual tan because I don't really put my face in the sun that much, or I try not to. I do now and again because it's impossible to avoid it, but I don't sit out purposefully tanning my face. But the rest of me goes very brown, so I have to sort of mix and match or match my face to my body colour. And then a really good SPF that I've been using, because I get so many requests for good SPFs, is the CeraVe Facial Moisturising Lotion. This is SPF 25. It's broad spectrum, so it's got UVA and UVB protection, so against the aging rays and the burning rays. And it's just a really nice sort of lightweight but hydrating one. So it doesn't have a matte finish, but it doesn't have a really greasy residue either, but you can feel that it's moisturising. I can feel it on my skin, so it doesn't have that dry, chalky finish. Now I've been testing this out, which is the Touche Éclat All-in-One Glow Foundation. This is from YSL. I'm not sure whether it's actually even that new, but I do like my foundation testing, and this one is nice and sheer and nice and glowy. I've got no idea what the all-in-one means. Haven't really done my post research yet for my website post, which would no doubt tell me. Now this foundation is so light and fresh in feel, it's just ridiculous. It feels amazing in the summer. I mean, I haven't tried it in the winter, so that's a stupid comment, but you know what I mean. It's just perfect summer lightweight foundation. And look at the glow. It is basically like applying Touche Éclat to the whole of your face, which actually gives me a really good opportunity to show you this. I'll show you how this works. This is the Murad Matte Effect Blotting Perfector, but it's in a cushion. So it's like a blotting powder, but it's not. It's a liquid in a cushion. It works so well, but you don't get any powdery residue. I think this is genius. So look, pressing it into there. Now watch the shine on my head. It takes a couple of seconds to take effect. But can you see how that's just completely softened it off? You're still getting shine because that's the light coming through the window. But in terms of the look of oiliness, it's completely gone. I mean, I haven't just used that on oil, I've used that on glowy foundation. So if it was on oil, you would see it better. And I'll use it in another video. But just as an initial sort of showing you how it works, I think it's quite incredible. Just mattes everything down, but it's not matte. It's just amazing. There's no powdery feel to it. It doesn't feel like you've put anything on your skin. It's just like a magic cushion. Okay, so I told you this was going to be a little bit disjointed, didn't I? Let's go in for some bronzer. And this is the Milk Chocolate Matte Bronzer. This is from Too Faced. I have to say, I'm not mad on the smell of these bronzers. But they do quite a few different shades, and I think they're really nice. Sort of finely milled, easy to blend powders. So this, I think, is the lightest one. But it's still quite hefty in terms of the colour. Also, I had to tell you about this brush. Sorry, I feel like I'm cramming in so much because I haven't done a makeup video in so long. This is the Marc Jacobs bronzing brush, and it is absolutely huge. It weighs about the same as a small dog, and it's sort of like, it feels like you're applying makeup with a boxing glove or something. It's really chunky and heavy. I find that it gives a really flawless finish. Just sort of blends as it goes, and it's so huge that you don't get any lines or edges or anything like that. To finish off my skin, I'm using a Bare Minerals blush, and this is in Bellini Brunch. So it's a nice peachy colour. So just a little bit of this. And blend. They do loads of different shades of these. The Gen Nude blushes. Really, really good. Their bronzers are also excellent from the Bare Minerals makeup collection. Just think that they do powders really well. I suppose that's what they started off doing, wasn't it? So they know their stuff. And I don't feel like I need anything else in the way of glow so much because the foundation is so glowy. And this is the Eyes to Mesmerise shadow from Charlotte Tilbury in Rose Gold. Tom Ford did a colour like this a while ago and I loved it, and then they discontinued it. So I'm quite pleased to have something to replace it. And it says Rose Gold, but I think it's somehow quite peachy, this shade. So just going on in with my fingertips. It's like the easiest eye thing you could possibly do. I kind of like to keep my eyes closed for a little while just to let it set. It's just so fresh, this shade. And I just can't be bothered to do anything at the moment, let alone complicated makeup. Although I am just going to stick something slightly darker in the outer corners just to give some definition. What's this? A palette from Huda Beauty, Smokey Obsessions. So I'm just going to go for this iridescent cocoa shade. And I just push that into the outer corner. And then I do a little bit on the top, like a little triangle. And sort of bring the lines together to meet together. So all I'm doing is creating just a little bit of an accent in that corner. And then I want a cleanish brush to blend that in. See how that's made a little bit of a difference. That is literally all I want to do. 30 seconds work, but it just smokes things out a bit. See the difference between my eyes there? And if you tend to have sort of droopier lids, just lifts them up slightly. Make sure you go upwards with it and not outwards or downwards. It does create a little bit of a lift. So going in again, just on that outer corner, little triangle on top, kind of shape. Smudge it in, a little bit underneath, smudge it in. Let's put on some mascara. My favourite of the moment, which is the Kiko Standout Volume. So that's one coat, and I'm going to go in and clean up afterwards. But it's when you put on the second coat of this, it really sort of builds up. Okay, look, I have to wait for about 5 minutes before I can clean that up. Do a bit of brows, just using the Gimme Brow from Benefit. Just comb it through for a tiny bit of darkness, really, to fill in any little gaps. That's pretty much all I do. It does make a difference. I don't know whether you can see the difference. The finale, and sort of the reason that I did this video, let me just add a bit more bronzer, and that is the lips. So I saw this lipstick on Charlotte Tilbury's Instagram channel and I just thought it was amazing. This is Sunset Lover. And the picture of the girl's lips that she had it on was just brilliant. Very, very sort of tempting, good advertising. So I'm going to show you it today. I'm just lining my lips first with the Intense liner from Clinique that I use, shade 01. Okay, so let's do it. Sunset Lover. This is a matte lipstick. And it's like an almost neon, peachy coral. Oh, peach. How lush is that? I just love it. So summery. Can I just say in a completely backtracking moment that even though I love these peachy sorts of shades, and also the one that I showed you in my favourites, which is the L'Oreal Shot of Sun, that one's very sort of glossy and balmy. They are actually quite difficult shades to wear if you're fairer. I find that they sort of pop out and the rest of your skin almost goes into relief. And for me, they really overtake, they make my eyes almost shrink, if that makes any sense. I'm going to add a bit of liner. The thing is, I like it so much. It's so tropical. I'm using, I bet this must be Rococo. Yes, Rococo from Marc Jacobs. Been using this for years. It's pretty much the only brown eyeliner that I use. Do you know what? I wasn't going to do any kind of smokiness on the eyes, but I'm just adding a bit more of this Huda palette because I feel like the lipstick instantly makes me look like I've got nothing on my eyes. I just added a mixture of these two shades, middle one and that top one. I just added that to the outer sort of third of the lid on top of the cream shadow. Cream shadow is actually a really nice base for anything that you want to put on top of it. So there we go, summery, bright, gorgeous, peachy lipstick and a bronzed look. Pretty quick to do if you're not faffing around chatting to people and showing lots of different things that you're excited about showing. Hope that you've enjoyed that, what's in my makeup bag, and that little sort of faff around various things. I feel like I need to get back into the swing of it with my makeup videos, and it might be something that I start doing maybe more on Instagram rather than on here, because it almost lends itself more to that, doesn't it? Little chats and things like that. So make sure you're following me on there. It's @ModelRecommends. And I shall see you next time.